Massive day for the lukewarm 80 IQ Tectone defenders. The biggest slop, a glaze puff piece defending Microtone just dropped, and it is gonna be amazing. WestJet, Asmongold's gonna get you into Mythic Talent now for doing this. Don't worry about it, it's gonna be absolutely fine. You did good, buddy. In any case, I have not watched this video just yet, but just from the fact that the pinned comment in this video is Tectone saying that he did nothing wrong, he's completely innocent because he's not in jail, you see. That's an interesting thing to say about the court proceeding that actually had nothing to do with putting you in jail, though, saying that you're innocent because of that. But, you know, let's just watch it and have some fun, because this is going to be great. Because this is going to 100% be Tectone did nothing wrong. Where's the proof of that? Well, we just made it up, because as Asmongold says, you don't need to do research or anything. You can just say things and it's magically true. Good stuff.
Massive day for the unemployed. The jail toad files just dropped. We've got a bunch of people talking about this.
Oh, legal mindset. Oh boy. I can't wait to hear an opinion of a guy who fled to Taiwan to not get put into prison in America. And by the way, that's not my opinion. I'm saying this because there's a bunch of people who have, well, literal millions in the bank account who have made videos talking about this, and Legal Mindset has not sued them, which is very strange because that is very clear defamation, but Legal Mindset just kind of has not done anything to those videos that have hundreds of thousands of views discussing his situation about that. Very odd from the guy who threatened to sue anyone who calls him a passport bro. Very interesting, if you ask me. Very interesting.
Including lawyers who wear suits like Legal Mindset and Jizzqueef. We got the kettle calling the pot black.
I know who you are.
Do you?
You're an evil rapist.
True.
You know me well.
Takes one to know one.
Anyway, Tectone got booted off his agency despite them initiating this several months ago. And
yeah, no one believes that they initiated this several months ago.
the civil court finds that there's reasonable grounds to believe that the respondent committed SA as well as stalking. Tectone hit with a 10-year protective order in X's sexual assault case. The Travis County ruling requires Tectone, real name John Robertson, to stay 200 yards away from Pink Chew. Give up fire.
Bro literally hired 5 lawyers and still got absolutely terminated in the hardest ways possible.
Arms, delete her photos or videos, avoid all contact, and pay her 15 bans and legal fees.
Oh, since there's no way that anyone's going to talk about this, the fact is that this was never about putting Tectone in jail. But Tectone almost, because he's just so absolutely amazing, did almost get himself into jail because the judge gave him a chance to delete these things off of his computer, or he would then go to jail if he refused to, which is hilarious.
It runs until January 23rd. The judge found reasonable grounds under civil law's lower evidence standard, with no criminal charges filed yet, despite evidence sent to prosecutors.
I love, by the way... No, I'm gonna let him finish. There's 100% I know what he's gonna say.
He can't own guns for 10 years.
They're all mags. Stop saying clips. You look stupid here.
Still don't know who Tectone is? He's a former Genshin Impact content creator who lost all of his
disgusting
hair due to stress. Oh, and he's also 42 years old. Now, this isn't a criminal case. This was done in a civil trial. So apparently, from what I hear, I'm not a lawyer, obviously. I'm a f***ing but the standard of evidence in a civil case is much lower.
Yes, this is currently what a lot of the defenders are espousing. Oh, you know, civil cases? Yeah, they're just done at random. It's just willy-nilly. Yeah, civil cases don't matter at all. Oh, so Johnny Depp did not win against Amber Heard, are you telling me? Oh, so Amber Heard is not an evil person, because keep in mind, that was a civil case. And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure Johnny is the good one, okay? I'm pretty sure that Johnny came out on top there. Okay, see? Civil cases, yes, they require a less than 100%. This is 100% percent evidence. But still, it's not like everyone's trying to pretend on the Tectone defense side that civil cases are like, oh, no one cares. It's just sue someone in a civil case. You're gonna win always. It doesn't matter. How stupid do you need to be to even say that? That is insane. People acting like civil cases are just like some kind of gags and jokes that can be done at any time. Absolutely diabolical.
Criminal cases, it's evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. And in civil cases, it's a balance of probabilities, meaning more likely than not, 50%. Testimony alone can be sufficient in civil court if the judge finds it credible, consistent, and more believable than the defense's.
Yeah, and from the transcript we know that it is very credible, very consistent. I mean, Tectone literally called himself, and by the way, if you did not know, then yes, Tectone literally is schizophrenic, which is a danger to society and should be probably put in a mental institute. Because he said in court that he needs people to explain to him what's happening, otherwise he has no idea. That's Carl Jobs' theory. I went to court because someone on Reddit said it's true. Oh my god.
Version. So labeling Tectone a is still inaccurate. I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
No, it's pretty accurate. It's still pretty on point.
You guys.
I mean, you literally just show the thing that's squelched in the things about that. So it's pretty accurate.
Is still inaccurate. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys and conceal my bias. I want Tectone to be innocent. I like the guy. I don't want him to be a but at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and carry water for Tectone and the girl with information I don't have, calling her a liar.
I'm sorry, Mischief, but you pinned Tectone's comment to the top. Everyone knows you're as biased as they come on this one.
And stuff like that. Anyway, Tectone said, guys, real quick, let me correct some I see being said about me. I wasn't convicted of a crime. I wasn't involved in a criminal proceeding. No, I'm not going to jail or facing any criminal punishment. Guys, this...
I mean, you do need to understand one thing. The guy lives in Texas. And Texas doesn't take your rights for guns away for 10 years willy-nilly, okay? I mean, you need to be really bad for them to do so.
This was a civil hearing with a significantly lower standard of proof than a criminal proceeding. Also, Tectone's biggest hater, Mizkif, chimed in, and also completely unrelated, but that's a pretty cool sweatshirt.
Told you guys that I was going to be getting the transcripts. Daddy's got the transcripts.
Yeah,
okay?
Daddy,
I'm going to preface this before we go over this transcript and let you guys know something. I am not biased in this at all. Stop the cap.
I mean, everyone's biased in some way.
225 pages of documents. Come on, bruh. You literally got a Lakari notepad talking about how much Tectone hates you. But also, I don't really think...
And Veshchet just got booted from Mythic Town. Well, it was a good run.
Discrediting Mizkif does anything to help Tectone. Unblock me from Twitter, man. I'm a big fan.
And it's a protective order based on... as well as stalking and harassment.
I'm sure Tectone would agree here, but he is kind of... He was spurking out a little too...
Tectone doesn't agree with anything based off the court transcripts. Tectone at no moment does even remotely come close to thinking that he's guilty of anything, while actually admitting to the charges brought against him, which is absolutely hilarious.
Hard on Twitter.
But Tectone, are you guilty of this? No? Did you do this? Oh, yeah, I did do all of those things, in fact. That's good stuff.
On his stream.
And then you have filings and accusations coming from this, mainly from a drop by Mizkif, who is clearly trying to put information out there that leads people away from his own case at this point.
30.
Oh, yeah, that's extremely relevant, by the way, to Tectone, just pointing out how bad Mizkif is. Spoiler alert, some of us knew that Mizkif is trash before the Mizkif stuff dropped. Also, by the way, you know what's my favorite part about hating all streamers and whatnot? It's the fact about how hypocritical their audiences are. Because you see, Mizkif has actually been accused of far less diabolical things than Tectone, and everything against Mizkif is hearsay because nothing has been even remotely proven. But the Mizkif haters and Tectone fanboys are acting like all of it's true, while the Tectone defenders are ignoring that Tectone gotten got for way worse things than Miskiff. Okay? And it's just like Miskiff is worse than Tectone for doing less bad things than Tectone. Please, make it make sense, someone. Please. This is why I hate all streamers without question. All of them are as bad as they come.
Leads people away from his own case at this point.
32-year-old bald male.
True.
Tectone has his own mental health stuff.
Listen, I watched Legal Mindsets video before it got removed. Maybe it's now back up. I don't know. The first spot. Listen, Legal Mindset is this unbiased about this situation. Let me tell you how unbiased he is. He didn't even read a single word from the document when he already proclaimed that Tectone is the new Johnny Depp. Bro, Tectone lost his civil case. Johnny Depp won his civil case. Okay? What am I supposed to believe Amber Heard's a good person now? What are we even saying? Like, oh, Tectone's Johnny Depp now. Johnny Depp won his civil case against Amber Heard. Tectone lost, and he lost big. Tectone lost so hard that his dad would have been proud.
We'll see is his consistent threats on social media, wherein he has told his audience of over 1 million subscribers he suffers from schizophrenia. He has delusions at least once a month and they're not controlled. Well, okay. So he's allowed to tell his audience about his mental health condition if that's something that's out there and that's relevant, right?
I honestly don't want to watch any of this because it's going to be so cherry-picked. Because Legal Mindset already cherry-picked also, by the way, these things. And the funny part is, by the way, I just want to point out another hypocrisy. Legal Mindset is currently facing backlash for the fact that he looked at this and he did not redact any information about the person that sued Tectone. And Legal Mindset is out here saying he did nothing wrong because this is all public information. There's a literal video about Legal Mindset berating Hassan for doing the same. Well, actually, Hassan did less. But it's pretty much the same thing, 1 for 1. Legal Mindset's like, it doesn't matter that these things are public. It's the fact that Hassan has an audience, and that makes it dangerous. Legal Mindset also has an audience. Legal Mindset's videos have garnered, like, 300-ish K views or something like that. It's a lot. So, again, Hassan does it bad. Legal Mindset does it, well, it's technically all out there on the internet and it's fine. It is disgusting how hypocritical these people are, okay? Man, imagine you hate Hassan, not because he's a bad person, but you just hate him because I don't even know what reason do these people have for hating him. As I see, they're all literally made from the same cloth. They're all liars and disgusting. I hate Hassan because he's a terrible human being. These people, I don't even know why, honestly.
This is a 7-hour court hearing, and obviously I can't go through all of it in my YouTube video, as well as I can't even fit that into ChatGPT to put it into Fortnite terms, so I'm not playing judge, jury, nor executioner, but I will go over some of the stuff that went pretty viral, and, you know...
It's Filthy Frank, motherfucker! It's Filthy
True.
Frank, bitch!
By the way, remember, he was also accused of having a micro.
I saw this clip.
Right?
I'm going to let you know something, chat. There are some signs today that show he has a mic.
I mean, he did build his whole following off Genshin Impact. I feel kind of bad for the dudes with small who just caught a stray. Like, bruh, it feels like society treats them
I don't.
worse, man.
Who can relate?
I've also got confidential polygraph results.
Dude, this is actually Saul Goodman.
So he did a polygraph test. He gave consent for it. He's under a doctor's care for low T and anxiety.
Low testosterone and
Checks out.
Genshin Impact.
Also, by the way, Tectone lied about going to a psychiatrist. He also admitted that in the court cases.
Act like white on rice.
Did you ever put your in Pink's mouth without her consent? No. Did you ever put your in her without her consent? No. Did you ever have sexual contact with Pink without her consent? No. Polygraph examination. No deception indicated.
I'm not an expert, and I genuinely don't know how effective polygraphs are, but it is interesting how Legal Mindset even got this confidential.
I can actually tell you exactly how dependent polygraphs are. They can be 0% accurate or they can be 100% accurate. Remember, Hillary Clinton went famous words about a guy who told her that he murdered people and she defended him, and he took a polygraph and he was like, did you kill them? Nope. Polygraph says, yup, yeah, he's not lying then, it's true. Like, polygraphs are good against normal people. They would work on you. They would be like 90% effective against you. But against streamers who lie for a living? Yeah, that's a little bit harsh. It's the same reason why polygraphs are not really used against psychopaths and things like that. There's two big factors in polygraphs. One is the fact that the polygraph just judges your internal movement, and that's the thing that goes like this. And you need a person to actually judge. Is the change in that after asking a question big enough for it to be a lie or not? So if you have someone reading the polygraph and they're bad at their job, it's all bunk. And people who don't get stressed out about questions or lying also can beat the polygraph because their internal just doesn't move. Oh, did you kill them? Nah. And it doesn't move. Did you kill them? Yes. And it doesn't move anyway. So you can actually also learn to beat a polygraph test if you have the capability for it, which is kind of funny.
File in the first place. He has me blocked on every account, but can y'all post this under Tectone's latest tweet and please ask him if he's jealous? Thank you. Showing that she can own a gun. Miskiff also claims that Tectone brought up Hassan shocking his dog in court, which is pretty funny.
He didn't claim that. Tectone literally, by the way, admitted to being a grifter about his political views, which is also hilarious.
Anyway, the defendant, Pinkshoe, accuses Legal Mindset of doxing her family in Tectone case. She accused YouTuber Legal Mindset of doxing her by streaming leaked, unredacted court drafts marked unofficial, sparking a county investigation and forcing her to plan a relocation for safety.
Guys, once again, if I'm going to disclose my bias, and I do have a bias here, I like Tectone.
And again, this isn't my hill to die on, but I will point out...
I mean, the guy literally got into Mythic Talent because of Tectone, by the way. Only because of him. He even tanked Tectone, and when he was doing this live on stream, there was a transcript part which said that Tectone could get people into Mythic Talent because he had the pull, and Legal Mind's like, no, as someone who's from Mythic Talent, I know that this is actually not true, I know it. Bro, you have literally a tweet sucking Tectone's toes saying thank you for getting me into Mythic Talent. What do you mean it's not true?
Some hypocrisies and things I found interesting in the case. Yeah, so if I could explain on that, when all these things came out, I lost a pretty large chunk of my audience, and content creators kind of have to pivot what they're doing to other topics once they lose access to a demographic. So originally, I never covered anything political or talking about, white privilege. But yeah, I would say my content definitely had to find a new route on how to be successful online. You should have just said Genshin Impact was and he was tired of being a loser. Although it is kind of based how he just...
Wait, come on. You're not even saying that he pivoted to hating Hassan as a grift, which literally he admits. I'm pretty sure that's like right there, 3 sentences below.
Admitted in court that he's a grifter. Anyway, after this, a lot of his former anime colleagues cut ties and wrote out some pretty long manifestos.
You're going to hear Judge that he would demean her by having her write and here on her face before he made her perform. Once again, what you're into in the best.
Oh my god, no one cares about these opinions. These clips are so bad. Yes, no one actually cares what you're into. True, this is not why we are here.
Bedroom is between you and your partner, right? If you're into some kinky stuff between you and your partner.
Come on, get to the spicy part where Legal Mindset says that the judge cannot be trusted because the judge is 100% biased and he made it up.
As long as they consent to it, it's fine, but...
They're not even claiming this wasn't consensual, so to me, because this is a civil case, they're almost trying to paint him in a way, if you know what I mean.
Never actually engaged in traditional intercourse. It was only he received blowjobs. There was never any reciprocation. So they're literally making a case that because he didn't have sex with her, this is abuse, right? So...
No, not at all. I have absolutely no idea. How the hell do you even come up with that statement? Like, no, that is not what it's doing at all. This is just, he's just making it up on the spot.
I just want to make it clear here that there's an argument here that really the problem is they didn't they ask you specifically,
Nope, not at all.
have you been sexually victimized in any way? Not sexually assaulted, but sexually victimized in any way. And your answer on July 24th was, and I presume this was no.
Bro, why are the files redacted? We got Jeffrey Epstein up in this. So what I gather here is that she changed her mind after.
Didn't understand until she got out of this relationship how bad it was. And this is kind of the thing that, you know, I see in a lot of the cases where we get...
I wanted to talk about this so much. This steak is just pure bliss, okay? Oh, I love this one so much.
Claims filed a year, 2 years, 3 years later. We saw this in the Khan case, in the Princeton case, where you have a person that does not think they were that knows everything was consensual, but then they have a friend, perhaps a very activist friend, who convinces them.
Yeah, let's just add things that make this sound more believable. But, you know, it's pure... There's no proof to this. He's just adding it because he's obviously extremely non-biased, by the way. Only biased against Tectone.
That they were SA'd because they weren't, because of their perspective and their prerogative on this, right?
Now, a lot of this is...
Okay, so that is the dumbest take you could ever make. That take effect... I'm gonna simplify that take so you understand how absolutely blatantly stupid it is. Legal Mindset just said, well, bad things happened to this person, and this person did not know that those were bad things. But later on, they figured out that, wait a minute, these things actually were really bad. At that point, I did not know that this was not allowed. So, that's bad, okay? This is the same that someone cuts your arm off, you're fine with it, but later on in life you figure out, oh wait, that was actually really bad. And Legal Mindset says that, yeah, that's impossible. That's impossible. If someone cut off your arm and you didn't understand at that point that that's maybe not good, then it's good. It's good forever. You have no right to change your opinion about a situation that happened to you. What a great take.
Conflicting testimony and interpretation, where most of it sort of lands on the judge. Again, not a proven criminal finding. I don't even have to defend Tectone. Like, at the end of the day, this is testimony. Anyway, Mizkif. Bro admitted to most of the things he's accused of, and he's trying to say that it's just a civil court case to diminish the reality of what happened. Tectone
hate Mizkif as much as you want. I certainly will, but this is true.
Didn't just go to civil court. They found what he did was so bad that if he kept the videos at his phone, he would be criminally charged. You don't just get a restraining order. You don't just get a protective order, especially one for 10 years in Texas where you cannot hold a gun or fire.
Actually, again, super true. Wow, Mizkif said something smart. Hell is truly freezing over, huh?
Firearm in procession. Tectone's previous wife of 10 years had accusations of him as well, but he had her sign an NDA to shut her up. I've had over a dozen women come forward to me thanking me for speaking about Tectone.
Okay, and now he's blatantly lying, Lamau.
And his actions to women for decades. Don't believe anything he says. No shot I believe a woman came to you to thank you, let alone multiple women.
Question. You asked him to do, when you first broke up, what did you actually ask him to do with regards to the videos? Answer. I asked him multiple times in multiple circumstances, please delete any footage you have of me because I know some of it was non-consensual. He would make collages of my videos and things like that, and it was disturbing. So he essentially was making a spank bank.
Wow, I did not know that he downplays this so much, in fact. Okay, I mean, okay, you heard it here first, boys. If you have unconsensual videos of someone, yeah, that's all fine, okay? If they ask you to delete it, you don't have to, because obviously it's all fine and good. Wow.
Right, he was making a spank bank. Are you concerned about what he'll do if he has those? Yes. What are your concerns? He'll post them online publicly, continue to share them with more people, as he stated. Possibly, I just don't want that. I don't think anyone wants that. Has he threatened you with putting those out? Yes. If he really did that, if Tectone really did that, if Tectone really...
I saw this. Oh, get ready.
He did that. That's not good.
I don't think...
If Tectone really did... Yeah, that's not the best, did it? But let's move on. I love it, like, He can't even say that that's bad. He has to say it's not good. You gotta love the bias.
Keeping videos of your ex-partner on your phone is a good thing, you know, even if they were recorded with consent. If one side wants to, you know, get those videos deleted, just out of respect, you should probably do that. And even if you don't respect
Now, to be honest, currently, this video of Vision is not as biased as I expected, but the fact that he had Tectone's comment pinned right there at the bottom, I mean, it's still biased, but still. This is also just legal mindset. This is, yeah, it's not a single person except Mizkif, and no one cares what Mizkif has to say. Still, honestly, that are going through the files and finding the funny stuff against Tectone. Again, Tectone literally admitted that he's a schizophrenic, and those people go to mental hospitals for life. By the way, because they're a danger to society in a lot of cases. Go to mental places for life. Oh man, it's so funny.
your partner. Why would you want to goon to your ex anyway? That's kind of weird.
There was, I could say, maybe 2 or 3 times where he asked and then it got to the point where he didn't ask. Well, okay, but that's presumptive consent. So if you're allowing somebody to do that, that's typically
Yes, this is another great legal mindset.
presumptive consent, right? If you've done that before, it's like,
Yeah, so if you're abusive towards your spouse 1 time, 2 times, on the 3rd time it becomes completely legal and fine because they're already used to it. Dude, these arguments are just golden, boys.
this is the consent.
Better to be safe than sorry and ask every time you do something like that. Be like, yo, can I record this real quick?
Okay, would it surprise you if the investigation been suspended? I suspended it. You suspended it? Yes. And so it was your request to suspend the investigation. So once again, we're seeing the criminal investigation was dropped here due to all the...
Yes, the criminal investigation is useless. And this is also a very popular thing that Tectone defenders are bringing up. Dude, listen. Do you know how many people go to prison or are convicted of R-ing in court? Almost no one. You know why? Because it's almost impossible. Unless you have literal eyewitnesses, sometimes actually multiple. If there's a single one, that actually is not enough in a lot of cases. You need multiple eyewitnesses or video evidence of, a camera showing that you got dragged behind a corner. That's how much evidence you need for this to be convicted of that. So unless you have that, it's pointless. Because, again, if in a criminal case, it needs to be beyond a reasonable doubt, and it's just a he said, she said thing at the end. There is no beyond a reasonable amount of doubt here. Again, you need literal you need literal video evidence, proof of it happening, pretty much, or multiple people stating that they saw it happen. Otherwise, it's not happening. Do you know how many men, by the way, also win these court? None. Pretty much none. Yeah, and it's mostly women who also make these court cases. Also, I'm not hearing currently anything about the judge being biased, which is strange. I thought that that's going to go up. Because Legal Mindset made a huge thing about the judge being biased. Most of these cases are by women, so naturally, when you look at the numbers, most cases where where people ask for restraining orders, it is women against men. So yes, water is red. Most women get this, men rarely get it. That is a problem, but it still is not biased. It's just a difference, and it's just the world that we live in. 2. Legal Mindset calls the judge biased because the judge presiding over this case was in one time in a, what's it called, a meeting? It's some kind of demonstration for support for victims. The judge presiding over this case is biased because they say being a victim is bad. Man, I hope every other judge is pro the offender, because man, that's definitely not biased. Like, what the fuck? Like, people who are victims it's not great, and the judge agrees with that. Oh no, the judge is biased. Like, you can't make this up. But it doesn't look like it's here, because I remember the slide. It's pretty hilarious.
Threats and harassment. I couldn't do it. The officer was requesting for my safety. But you proceed with the filing of a protective order, yes. And hopefully after the protective order, if I feel safe and comfortable enough, I will probably most likely reopen the case. So she's trying to say she's going to reopen the criminal case.
And since the burden of proof does lie on the accuser, it'll be interesting to see if she actually does.
It's not gonna happen. Again, it is a waste of time. Even Amber Heard did not try to go against Johnny in a criminal case, even though the UK made her win that.
Reopen the case because she did indeed get that protective order. Mizkif tells a creepy story about Tectone and Emiru and says it's been in his back pocket for a year.
Oh, is this about Tectone meeting her dad and saying I would be a good boyfriend? It has to be.
I'll tell you a story right now that I've had in my back pocket for a year.
Oh.
One time went to Emmy's house.
Yeah, yeah. This is about Tectone being a weirdo and going to Emiru's family and saying, I can be a good boyfriend to her. Definitely what a Genshin Impact player would do, by the way. Anyway, this has been absolutely hilarious. 10 out of 10. That was veg shit. I did expect more glazing, but again, you pinned the comment, dude. It is what it is. Congratulations, you're on the side of Tectone. There's nothing that can change that now. It is what it is. Hopefully you get into Mythic Talent, though. Asmongold, ask Asmongold. I mean, you did good. Anyway, have a nice day. Bye.